Welcome to this module on social marketing. Using the Canadian Injury Prevention resource, this module will introduce you to key concepts and principles of social marketing and provide you with some examples of social marketing strategies. Upon completion of this module, you will be able to understand key concepts of social marketing and how to apply these concepts in an injury prevention setting. Social marketing is defined as the systematic application of marketing alongside other concepts and techniques, for example, behavioral change and communication theories, to achieve specific behavioral goals for a social good. Social marketing has been utilized over 3 decades in the fields of public health and injury prevention. Road safety campaigns are one example of a social marketing strategy in injury prevention that has achieved success. While social marketing applies many of the same principles as commercial marketing, their goals are different. The goal of commercial marketing is for profit, whereas the goal of social marketing is for societal benefit. In other words, social marketing follows traditional marketing principles, however, the product that is being purchased is behavioral change. Whereas commercial marketing is focused on the selected audience's purchasing behaviors, which products they choose, and product promotion, social marketing is a professional practice that relies on multiple scientific disciplines to create programs designed to influence human behavior on a large scale, targets complex social behaviors to audiences who usually do not recognize a problem and are not seeking a solution. Successful social marketing campaigns are developed within a framework of inquiry where scientists, practitioners, and artists work collaboratively to develop a creative way to change behavior for social good. Traditionally, the strategies for social marketing have been described using the 4 P's: product, price, place, and promotion. A core product is what is highlighted in a social marketing campaign. It outlines what benefits the audience can expect from performing the targeted behavior. For example, a reduction in motor vehicle injuries to children when using a booster seat. An actual product is the desired behavior, the use of a booster seat when the child is in a vehicle. An augmented product refers to any additional objects or services that will be included and promoted to the target audience. For example, information on which booster seats are safer. The next P stands for price. Price summarizes what the target audience will pay for adopting the target behavior. These can be monetary, time savings, for example, not losing time at work due to injury, energy, and psychological and physiological. Placement refers to where the target audience will be encouraged to perform the desired behavior. For example, preventable talking about concussions in ice hockey arenas. Promotion begins with determining what the key messages are, selecting appropriate messengers and formats for communication, creates communication elements, and implements communications. Key messages could be, what do we want the audience to know, believe, or do? Communication channels are advertising, public relations, events, sponsorships, and word of mouth. Creative elements could include graphic images and interactive features. French et al. 2010 took the concept of the 4 Ps and came up with their own key concepts and principles of social marketing. These include behavioral focus, customer orientation, theory-informed, developing insight, segmentation, understanding the exchange, the competition, and methods mix. The first key concept is behavioral focus, and this relates to the product of social marketing. It requires one to articulate a desired behavior that is realistic and measurable. For example, a booster seat uptake for end use. The second concept in French et al.'s model is customer orientation. This refers to gathering details about the target audience's social context, challenges they face, and coping mechanisms. These are gathered through interviews, questionnaires, and direct observation. In order for a social marketing effort to be effective, it needs to be theory-informed. To increase the possibility that the intervention will influence the target audience, concepts from one or more behavioral change theories must be learned and applied. The next step is developing insight. This requires having a better understanding of the target audience's beliefs, attitudes, and barriers and enablers to change. Insight can also be achieved by understanding people who already do the behavior that is being promoted. For example, giving parents who already use booster seats a questionnaire or an interview to try to understand why they use these preventative methods. Segmentation refers to understanding groups with similar characteristics, behaviors, or attitudes to make sure the intervention is targeted appropriately to those audiences. Understanding the exchange refers to knowing if the target audience will derive sufficient value from the maintaining or changing the desired behavior. In the traditional social marketing model, this refers to the concept of price. Once again, value and costs can include time, effort, money, or social consequences. Positive examples of exchange refers to people who perform the desired target behavior and receive a physical, social, or psychological reward. An example of this would be parents receiving a gift certificate for a stationary walker in exchange of a baby walker. An example of a negative exchange would be placing a levy on baby walkers, making them more expensive compared to stationary walkers. The competition refers to factors that work against the desired behavior. These counter forces can be internal or external. For example, people's beliefs, attitudes, and habits are internal factors that may counter desired behavioral change. Social norms, advertising, and environments are examples of external factors. The last concept or strategy in French et al.'s model is mixed methods. This principle of social marketing states that behavioral goals are more likely achieved by implementing a number of multi-component interventions that are tailored, evidence, and insight-led. This concept reinforces yet again that when selecting an intervention, activities should be implemented on multiple levels of influence that reflect sound, scientific research, contextual, and experiential evidence. Social marketing has been used extensively in injury prevention. Some campaign topics include traffic safety, tobacco safety, drinking and driving, drug prevention, infant mortality, helmet use, and water safety. Before we discuss some different social marketing approaches and strategies, we must differentiate between public health education campaigns and social marketing. Although these concepts may seem similar, they differ in the exchange with the target audience. Whereas public education campaigns are solely information-based, social marketing campaigns focus on the exchange process. In other words, social marketing campaigns are designed so that the consumer will be influenced to change their behavior. Now that we understand the difference between public education and social marketing campaigns, let's look at some of the different strategies and approaches that are used. These include educational campaigns, intellectual campaigns, and scare tactics. Educational social marketing campaigns are primarily information-based. However, they also focus on the exchange process by providing a call to action. One example of an educational social marketing campaign is the Friends Don't Let Friends Drive Drunk campaign by the Ad Council.
When friends don't stop friends from drinking and driving. Friends die from drinking and driving. friends die from drinking, and friends don't let friends drive drunk.
Check your understanding. Who is the target audience? What is the behavior they are trying to change? What is the product or benefit? What is the price? Where might this campaign be placed? And how could this campaign be promoted? 85% of consumers reported recalling messages from this campaign. In addition, 80% of those reported they took action to stop a friend from driving, and 25% said they stopped a friend from driving while intoxicated. Intellectual social marketing campaigns aim to change the consumer's behavior by giving them information about risks, consequences, and alternative safer choices. For example, the Community Against Preventable Injuries in BC's goal is to get you thinking. They want to speak to that little voice inside your head, the part of you that realizes that sometimes bad things happen. Preventable has a number of different social marketing campaigns, but two of the intellectual ones that we wish to highlight include the Have a Word with Yourself and Seriously campaigns. Check your understanding. Who is the target audience? What is the behavior they are trying to change? What is the product or benefit? What is the price? Where might this campaign be placed? How could this campaign be promoted?
Dude. Seriously?
Check your understanding. Who is the target audience? What is the behavior they are trying to change? What is the product or benefit? What is the price? Where might this campaign be placed? How could this campaign be promoted? Finally, some social marketing campaigns use scare tactics to try to elicit behavior change in the target audience. Click It or Ticket, a program that demonstrated the importance of primary seatbelt laws combined with the effective publicity of enforcement, increased seatbelt use in North Carolina from 63% to 80% after the introduction of the social marketing campaigns.
Maybe we could live in a house like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Check your understanding. Who is the target audience? What is the behavior they are trying to change? What is the product or benefit? What is the price? Where might this campaign be placed? How could this campaign be promoted? Another example of a scare tactic campaign was just released in 2016 as a 30-second commercial on distracted driving by the Government of Ontario. Check your understanding. Who is the target audience? What is the behavior they are trying to change? What is the product or benefit? What is the price? Where might this campaign be placed? How could this campaign be promoted? Now that you have seen some examples of social marketing strategies and approaches that have been effective for injury prevention, think of an injury prevention issue that is important to you. For example, sports injuries, workplace falls, and fill in the answer portion of the matrix asking the following questions. 1. What is the social problem I want to address? 2. What action do I believe will best address that problem? 3. Who is being asked to take that action? And 4. What kind of strategy could be used to create an intervention? Congratulations, you have completed this module. Here are all of the resources we used in the development of this module.